Yo, this is Burnard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Something to piss Samir off, I got a new Funko. I got Shuri and
Why would that piss me off?
Because you hate Funkos. I got Shuri
from Bernard, you can be lame. It's a free country.
There you go.
I'm not angry, though.
Samir Shahid is a hater. All right.
We all know Bernard's the real hater in this relationship.
This isn't a relationship. This is a friendship.
Right. What's the key word there?
Ship.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. There's no relations, sir.
Oh my God, you are so closed off.
Check the chat.
A relationship between friends. Friendship. There you go.
All right. Check the chat.
Yeah. Probably not.
All right. Let's do this one last time.
Let's do over. Yo. This is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And welcome to another episode of the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
So Samir's a hater because I got a new Shuri Funko.
Listen.
Bro, really? What the fuck? Why you open this shit?
What are you talking about?
It's not an ASMR podcast. And whose phone is ringing?
I don't know. It's the wife's.
Put it on silent. Third time's a charm. Start over. God damn.
All right, all the devices on silent.
Okay, let's do this one last time, yeah? For real this time. This is it.
Okay,
go. Yo, this is Bernard, the motherfucking Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And we are the Angry Blerds podcast.
Where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Yeah.
Very, very angry today, apparently.
So I got a fucking Funko of Shuri from Wakanda Forever.
Lame.
Yeah, Samir's a hater.
I'm not a hater. You can like lame things.
I mean, yeah, you like Diablo, so.
I mean, it sold like 600. How many copies did it sell?
And Funkos sell a lot.
Yeah, Funkos also destroy the environment.
Okay, I don't see you drinking out of paper cups.
I drink out of mostly glass, sir. Thank you. In fact, I'm one of the few. I exclusively drink out of Liquid Death. Every time I see that, I look for that brand of packaged water.
So what were you doing before Liquid Death? Because Liquid Death was just a thing like...
I know, it's just a new thing. I thought it was dumb. Like, who wants to drink water if it can? Then I thought about it.
It gets colder faster, you idiot.
It gets colder faster. It holds the temperature better, and it's better for the environment.
Okay, but here's the $58 million question. Do you recycle those cans?
Yeah.
I don't know. You seem like the type who don't recycle.
Why would I not be the type to recycle? I'm the one with an electric vehicle here. If anyone here recycles, it's me.
Look, just because I don't have an all-electric vehicle, that doesn't mean that my vehicle isn't electric. It's actually charging as we speak.
There you go. All right, then. So why you over here trying to eco-shame?
Don't make that a fucking thing, dude.
You're the one who doesn't want to adopt lab-grown meat.
It's unnatural.
We talk about unnatural. Everything we do is unnatural.
It's even more unnatural.
Just taste it first before you hate on it.
Nope. All right. So, first things first, we have to deliver some sad and somber news. We have to give a rest in peace to Mr. Julian Sands. He is a British actor. A few of us may know him from Arachnophobia. He was in the Warlock films. He was also in A Room with a View. He was on a few episodes of Elementary. He was also on 24. He was in Ocean's 13. He was in The Medallion with Jackie Chan. He was also in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the U.S. adaptation. I got familiar with him from Smallville. He played Jor-El in season 9. But apparently he was already in my life as a child because he also provided the voice of Valmont on the Jackie Chan adventures. He actually passed away in January on a hiking trip, just like a week after his 65th birthday. And his remains were actually found by a pair of hikers a few weeks ago. And the DNA analysis confirmed that it was him. So, yeah, we definitely have to give a rest in peace to him. So, yeah, like I said, man, Like I only remembered his name because I remember seeing it on Smallville in the opening credits as a guest star. But then I went to go do a deep dive like earlier in the year when I first found out he was missing. Because I don't think we reported it because I was kind of still trying to be a little optimistic and have hope that maybe it was just like he probably disappeared just to get away from for like a few weeks. Because this actually happened with it was a rapper. I can't remember who it was. Like they said, like the last time anyone saw him, he was on Skid Row. But he just randomly showed back up at home. I can't remember who it was though. But yeah, we definitely have to give a rest in peace to Julian Sands. All right. So Samir,
yes.
One of the things about this podcast is, we have to hold ourselves accountable on information that is sometimes not fully justified or validated.
What were you wrong for?
Huh?
What were you wrong about?
No, nigga, you were wrong. You need to give an apology to Johnathan Majors.
I wasn't wrong. What you mean?
Can you give an apology? Because I'll splice in the soundbite if you don't remember what you said. Your trailer by first quarter of next year. All right, what you got?
So let's go with more Marvel news. Johnathan Majors, boy, it's not looking good for him right now. So more alleged evidence of abuse came out on top of the recanted incident. So I don't know what's going on right now, but his PR team did drop him and his manager dropped him. However, the same thing happened to Johnny Depp, and he was mostly innocent. So it's really hard to tell right now, but it ain't looking good.
Yeah, well, the internet is on this whole guilty until proven innocent thing. It should be the other way around.
Yeah, but it's like...
Really, your phone's not on silent, bro?
No, because I was having a conversation with somebody before I got and I slipped my mind. Work stuff. But, no, so, yeah, but here's the thing. When other people come out and say that something happened, it looks a little bad, and it's hard to refute multiple sources.
It's easy to refute multiple sources because why weren't these people coming out when he was working on Lovecraft Country or Devotion or Creed? It's like people wait until the iron is hot to try to I was talking to my aunt about this. She's like, yeah, more than likely these people are trying to get a cash grab.
They don't get paid that much for those little.
They interviews. Don't know that. People don't know that, and it's not just be interviews. They might be trying to sue him now.
But without evidence, that's not going to hold up in court.
Exactly. But yeah, this whole thing, I really hope, he gets acquitted or found not guilty or whatever. And, because there were rumors of Marvel recasting him, but Marvel has not confirmed nor denied that. But yeah, I mean, it's a fucked up situation. So, yeah, this is why I don't like talking about things that are currently happening
It's currently happening. This news just popped today or yesterday. One of the two things.
We didn't even talk about the original allegations, which happened a month ago.
It's everywhere though, and it's everywhere.
That's why I don't like talking about stuff like this because it's still currently happening. It's like when it's like when you brought up the Justin Roiland situation. You brought it up, but you didn't bring up but you didn't bring up him being found not guilty.
Because it's not that necessary. I mean,
really, is not that necessary. So you want to bring up the bad stuff, but not the simple.
He's still a douchebag, and he also has alleged incidents with the underage girls. Is he? Oh, he's a saint? No, F that guy.
Nobody said he was a saint. I'm just saying you brought up.
Okay, great. He's innocent of one crime, but now that all that's been brought to light, now more people know about his past of being an asshole. It doesn't matter. He still sucks. Now, hopefully, Johnathan Majors isn't like this, and. He actually was framed or people lying on him or something like that. And it's not true. But if it is true, then just because one person lied doesn't mean that all of them lied.
No, but a lot of people can lie.
Sure. I'm just saying it's not innocent until proven guilty until proven innocent, obviously. But at the same time, multiple sources comes out, it's looking rough, bro. I hope it's not true, but it's looking rough. That's all I'm saying. I didn't say it was guilty. I'm just saying it's looking rough.
And one of the other things that happened. So, yeah, I actually said guilty until proven innocent, and someone decided to get snippy with me online. That's why I hate the internet. And I'm sick and tired of people like getting snide with me on the internet because I'm really on the verge of snapping what you said.
You do, because I don't remember. I said it looks bad. My exact words was, it looks bad. And now that we have all the information, it looks bad in the opposite direction.
Okay, that's all I wanted you to say.
I didn't say nothing about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, you was like, it looks bad, bro.
It does look bad. It did look bad,
bro. You basically started singing Mary J. Blige. You're like, he going down.
I did not say that. I said I hope he pulls through, and I hope it is what it looks like. All right,
see,
because Johnathan Majors was like, he was coming out like the Black Hope.
I mean, yeah, man, from Lovecraft Country to
he was a rising star.
Yeah,
and he still is. Hopefully, his star isn't, the trajectory isn't knocked off course.
I don't think it is, because a lot of films didn't recast him; they just put it on hold. I guess everyone's starting to learn from the Johnny Depp Disney situation. That's why Disney wasn't so quick to fire him. So, and I'm pretty sure maybe he spoke to Kevin Feige or something and told him what happened. But so
now, I kind of feel like the whole Scooby-Doo situation. Like, you pull out the mask and it's something else entirely. If you had, I would not have guessed systemic racism as the bingo in this situation. Essentially, like, that's what's on the cover of everything. It's like, how the LAPD, no, NYPD. I'm sorry, how the NYPD gonna coach the girlfriend saying, "Oh yeah, it was definitely your boyfriend. You should accuse your boyfriend." Like, really? Come on now.
I mean,
he should sue.
I think he is suing, and I hope he is, honestly. Because,
all right, well, this is,
like I said, man, it was ridiculous, and he deserves
better
because his PR firm dropped him. I believe his talent agency dropped him.
I know the PR firm dropped him.
Yeah,
which, I mean, y'all didn't even try. Like, the lawyer put in work.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh man, the lawyers. What the fuck is she doing?" That's what basically people were saying, because they were talking about like all the text messages and stuff like that. So, yeah, hold on. I actually have the article, the timeline of Johnathan Majors' recent controversies. And this is from People Magazine, and this was actually posted on June 20th. I'm actually going to post it in the description as well. So basically, March 25th, 2023, Johnathan Majors is arrested after alleged domestic dispute. All right, March 26th, Johnathan Majors is charged with assault and harassment. Also, March 26th, Johnathan lawyer releases a statement. Also on the 26th, Johnathan Majors' U.S. Army recruitment ads are paused after his arrest. All right, March 30th, Johnathan Majors' lawyer shares text from the alleged victim about the allegations. All right, April 18th, 2023, people confirm that Johnathan Majors' public relations company has parted ways with the actor. April 19th, more alleged abuse victims of Johnathan Majors comes forward.
Okay, pause right there.
Yeah.
So what's up with the story with that? Because it's like, we got this dogpilot. Like, where was the? Because that's what made everyone really flip out, because the more alleged victims came out. Like, who are these people?
5 minutes later.
Yeah, I clicked on the article that linked it to this, but bro, I really don't see anything that said that. I mean, like people who, who came forward, because it was all basically like hearsay and whatnot.
Right.
All right. April 30th as well, Johnathan Majors' attorney shares evidence allegedly showing the victim did not suffer any injury at the hands of the actor. All right. April 27th, the judge grants Johnathan Majors' alleged victim a full temporary order of protection. May 19th, Johnathan Majors appears virtually in court. May 13th, People Magazine confirmed that Johnathan Majors is dating Megan Good, which might also be why she backed out of SuperCon earlier this week. All right. June 20th, Johnathan Majors appears in court with Megan Good, and that was the last thing that was updated. So, yeah. So, what everyone's starting to piece together is, maybe his relationship was already starting to fizzle out. He met Megan Good because he broke up with his girl via text message. So, if you guys haven't been catching up with all the information, so he broke up with her via text message. She said she was going to kill herself, and his phone was off. So he got up early, like at 7 o'clock in the morning, called a taxi, went halfway across Manhattan, he got in contact with the not the landlord, like the maintenance guy.
Yeah.
Had them like open the door. He called the cops. So they came and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" And she's literally, she told them 19 times she doesn't remember.
Yeah, they coached her. That's what's so epic about this.
Yeah, they coerced her.
I'm not sure, but quote me. They inquired as to how he could afford this apartment because they didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
it's like how can he afford this apartment? Who's this guy?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Ryan Coogler. I give the Ryan Coogler situation a little bit of grace because he was wearing a mask. Because it's like
he was. If he was they wouldn't ask no questions.
Well, but I still blame that bank teller because the note clearly said, bro, stop opening shit. Because the note clearly said that I would like to withdraw money from my account. Please be discreet. But so yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone who decided to shit on Johnathan Majors needs to give him an apology. One of my favorite podcasts actually at the moment. See, the thing is, actually issued an apology to him on Tuesday's episode. So I am actually glad that mainly being Bridget Kelly, owned up to, jumping the gun. But so yeah, there's that, and we will try to keep you guys updated and appraised of everything that happens.
Well, you know how the public is. As soon as they find out that there's no drama, they're gonna just
Yeah, they just gonna ignore it. But like I said, I'm gonna try to keep track of it. I usually try to keep track of things like this, especially if it's like someone in like the media that we discuss. So comic book news, Marvel movies, TV shows, DC, etc., Rick and Morty, like the whole Justin Roiland situation, and old boy who did the voice of Jimmy Pesto. So yeah, like I said, just I'll try to keep everyone appraised of everything. All right, Samir, you want to give us a story?
Okay,
tell me a story.
Now that we're over this, the current events and whatnot, and all the boring stuff out the way. Wow. Big news. All right, big news. So, in light of the congested release windows this year, I mean, we are stacked. This is getting ridiculous this year.
It's summer, dude.
It's not even this summer. It's this year in terms of gaming. It's crazy. So. Larian Studios, they decided to push up their PC release of Baldur's Gate 3 to avoid games like Starfield and the Cyberpunk DLC. And honestly, I gotta say, great idea, because not only do I get to play the game sooner, but also they can avoid juggernauts like Cyberpunk and Starfield, because both of which are dropping in September. Mm-hmm. Originally, the game was supposed to drop in August 30th. It is now dropping August 3rd. So we have pretty much almost a full month away for the game's release.
Bro, I really feel like you've been talking about this damn game since the inception of this podcast.
Yes, I have. And I will continue to talk about it because it's an amazing game. In fact, I hope that it drops and it does so well that it's in the game of the year running.
It might miss the window.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't remember what the actual time frame is. So let me.
God of War got in, and God of War got released in October last year.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh, I'm not done. Okay, so they also released a bunch of other stuff today. Pretty much, they just dropped the ball. Like they just dropped like the curtain on a lot of stuff about the game. So like the some of the races and classes that they don't have in the game that they previously kept under wraps have now been announced, like the Dragonborn race, and there's a secret race already that they that was a surprise to everybody. I'm trying to remember what
is it the Negas?
No, it's the Dwarven, something like that. It's like this sub race of dwarf that lives underground, and they live in the Underdark, I should say, and so that was something they released. They also announced pretty much all the classes and subclasses. So the list, you can go to Larian's website for it. The list is extensive, but I'm excited. Oh yeah, and they released all the names for most of the companion characters. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Samir, let us know how that goes because I have no interest in Baldur's Gate 3.
You could play it.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not. But yeah. So, all right. Let's talk about the big news that hit this week. We actually have our Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Nigga,
yeah, I saw that.
I can see you.
See what?
Stop with the kissy faces and shit.
What you talking about?
There's video, Samir.
Okay.
3 weeks in a row, came my nuts.
Oil? What? But you cooking?
All right. So yeah, David Corn Sweat. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. Corn Sweat. I don't know. David Corn Sweat will be playing Superman in James Gunn's Superman Legacy, and Rachel Brosnan will be playing Lois Lane. So I have no idea who neither one of these people is. I did a little bit of research. David Cornsett was in Pearl, and Rachel Bronson was in the Marvelous Miss Maisel on Amazon Prime. So I know they're not really, newcomers because they've kind of been around, but I have no idea who these people are. Cue the Keke Palmer clip.
So I saw Pearl, obviously.
Yes,
and I know which character he played, so he did a good job there. And he looks the part, so I'm excited. They look good. Okay,
6'3", chisel chin, typical white guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the lady from Marvel Mrs. Maisel looks good. And she looks good. And I hear that show's amazing. It has nothing but great actors on it. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can deal with another period show.
Hi, baby.
Bro, leave the goddamn cats alone. As a matter of fact, let them out right now because in like 20 minutes, they're going to start meowing and shit to get out.
Wow. Did y'all hear this, man? This guy is being mean to cats on the internet. What are you doing right now, man? You just want to make everyone hate you.
Samir? Can you see me? Because I don't know what the fuck you're looking at.
I'm looking at you right now.
I don't give a fuck.
What is wrong with you?
I mean, it's like, you do know that the internet loves cats, and you're being mean to cats. What are you saying? That's like talking shit about Henry Cavill or Keanu Reeves, or or got something got something negative to say about Don Glover. People like those people, all right?
Yeah, but people kind of on the edge, on the fence about Donald Glover, especially after he interviewed himself last year. It was like, what the fuck, bro? You didn't hit yourself with the hard questions.
A majority, if not all of them.
But yeah. So Superman and I almost said Superman and Lois. I got to watch the season finale of that also. Superman Legacy will be coming out in, I believe it's August of 2025. I don't remember the date exactly. I just remember it was August 2025.
Yeah, we had 2 years.
Yes. All right, let's look this up real quick. Not Superman and Lois. All right, yeah, Superman Legacy. Come on, Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, July 11th, 2025. I could have sworn it was August before, but whatever. Okay. So, Samir, go ahead. Give us whatever your next story is.
All right. So, speaking of filming and whatnot and release windows, so apparently the Spawn reboot is in active development currently and could release in 2025.
I mean, when the fuck was Jamie Foxx casting this? And I feel like it was 2018.
Was it? Yeah, I did hear about that. He was attached to the project. I thought he was too old.
I mean, yeah, you said that multiple times.
Yeah,
but let's see.
I think I'd rather an unknown actor to play this role. Someone who they can go with the project and.
All right, let's see when this was originally announced. So they got new writers in October of last year. What the hell is this? All right, survey says, bro, yeah, I was right, 2018. Spawn is one of those characters you want to like just because he's black. I mean, the comics eventually get convoluted. Like, I
haven't read Spawn since like the mid 2000s.
Like when I was buying the issues where he basically became God.
So right. So where is he now? And is he any less lame? Because that dude's lame,
bro. Honestly, I tried to get back into it a few years ago, but the issue with Spawn is due to the fact that it is a long running comic. There's obviously references to shit that happened in the 90s, and I just didn't want to.
Does he have the Spider-Man problem?
Spawn. Okay, don't call it the Spider-Man problem. Come on, bro.
What are we gonna call it? The Batman problem?
No, just generic superhero problems. Okay.
Some superheroes don't have that problem though.
Some, but a lot of them do. Wally West. Hey, we're gonna bring you back from limbo, but then we're gonna have you suffer from PTSD and kill all your friends.
Yeah, they did Wally dirty. That was uncalled for.
But then they just kind of reversed it a few years ago. Roy Harper. Hey, we're gonna get you addicted to what the fuck was he on? Heroin. Jason Todd. Hey, the people don't like you, so we're just gonna bash your head in by the Joker and blow you the fuck up.
Yeah, but they love him now.
Do they?
Yeah, Jason's well liked.
Okay, Ben Riley,
don't they?
Ben Riley, I don't know. Ben Riley. Hey, we're gonna take away your memories. We're gonna shit on you for like
they don't like. No one likes Ben Riley apparently.
Like I told you, Ben Riley gets no fucking respect. Come on, give me somebody else. Shang-Chi, not Shang-Chi.
Tony Stark.
No, Tony's doing all right. I mean, he did become a god and kill all his friends, but he also reversed it. But yeah, they don't really fuck with him anymore. But he's about to marry Emma Frost.
Okay, so is that why Patsy broke up with him?
Yes.
Okay, and that's why he's with Emma now. Okay.
And also his bat was broken, so he got addicted to painkillers. So,
demon in a bottle again.
Yeah.
Question. Going back to Spider-Man, he is no longer with Felicia anymore, is he?
Yes, he is.
He is?
Yeah.
They still dating?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how long that's on Stan.
I don't know, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe Paul will die and he'll get back with MJ for certain.
How about no? Honestly, she can stay with Paul. That's a forever dude. She can stay with him. That's some nonsense.
I don't know, but
bad writing.
But yeah, so yeah. Like I said, who knows what the hell's going on with Spawn because we don't read Spawn. I don't think I read anything from Image nowadays. Oh, never mind. I Hate Fairyland. Yeah, the newest series. 2024 class of the Hollywood Walk of Fame for category of motion pictures. Chadwick Boseman, Kevin Feige, Gal Gadot, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Chris Meledandri, Chris Pine, Christina Ricci, Michelle Yeoh. Television, Ken Jeong, Eugene Levy, Mario Lopez, Jim Nance, have no idea who that is, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Michael Schur, Kerry Washington, Raul Del Molina, Lily Estefan, recording, Glenn Ballard, Tony, oh shit, congratulations Tony Braxton, Def Leppard, Charles Fox, Sammy Hagar, Brandy, yes, Darius Rucker,
Brandy?
Gwen Stefani, I don't know about that one.
Why not Gwen Stefani? The lady been out forever.
Yeah, but the whole, I'm Japanese thing. She's
okay. She didn't sit down with that.
That's why
she's a star, but she's tripping.
Yeah, because she's still doubling down on the whole Harajuku girl shit. All right.
Yeah, she need to stop that shit.
Yeah, live theater / live performance. Jane Krokowski and Otis Redding. Shout out to Otis Redding. Radio, Angie Martinez. Sports entertainment. So
he's been dead for like 40 years.
Okay.
And they do posthumous awards that late.
Yeah. All right. And what was the last one I just said? Sports entertainment. Billie Jean King and our boy Samir, the guy who got Rocky Balboa in shape after whooping his ass. The guy who is the father of Adonis Creed.
Carl Weathers?
Yes! Carl motherfucking Weathers! Let's go!
That's another late one. He should have been had one.
So, yes. Shout out and congratulations to all those individuals. So, I really wish I could go because Angie Martinez radio.
Do they have like events for this stuff? Like, how's the event?
What are you talking about? It's a whole like deal. Like, bro, they like block off the block. It's like a whole ceremony. What are you talking about? Okay. Did you not look at the photo of when I posted it when not Robert Downey Jr. We went during the podcast then when Michael B. Jordan got his?
Vaguely.
They gave him like a copy of it and everything. Yeah. So, yeah. Congratulations to all those individuals. And, love to see it. And Dr. Dre definitely deserves one.
Yeah, don't forget about Dre.
Yeah, but he's apologized, but, people always still going to bring it up.
Apologize for what?
He beat, what's the name of that lady? I can't remember. Yeah, you can look it up. Dr. Dre's got a bad history. But, Samir, what's your next story?
Okay, so, all right. I mean, this isn't really news. So I'm gonna just run over it real quick. The pre-orders for Phantom Liberty are up.
What the fuck is Phantom Liberty?
That's the DLC for Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was another game.
Right. So big news. All right. So whenever you think that social media campaigns and fan outcry and just fan toxicity doesn't work,
it doesn't always work. Okay,
that shit works. So Warrior Nun is getting revived. Like, it got canceled by Netflix earlier this year, or was it last year?
Last year,
might have been last year, and it's it's revived like out of nowhere. Like, yo, I didn't think this was even going to happen. I woke up yesterday. I'm like, what? All right, this is nuts.
So here's the thing with that. Depending on where it goes, are people going to watch it? Because we had the same situation for one day at a time. You didn't even know what the fuck the pop channel was.
Yeah, but no, this one's actually going somewhere.
Yeah, but we don't know where just yet. So it's like, is it going to go back to Netflix for a final season? Is it going to get?
No, it's not going back to Netflix. Let me find out where it's going.
He didn't say. I'm looking at the tweet right now. So Simon Berry said, "Today I'm happy to officially report because of your combined voices, passion, and amazing efforts, Warrior Nun will return, and it's going to be more epic than you can imagine. More details come soon. Thank you. Hashtag save Warrior Nun. Hashtag Warrior Nun save." So there has been no update.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yes, congratulations for your show being redeemed, because I did the same shit when No Ordinary Family got canceled. I did the same shit when
but the fan outcry, social media wasn't what it was back then. I don't know if No Ordinary Family had a fan base the way that show did.
Bro, you can do hashtag No Ordinary Family. People still talk about it to this day.
Damn, word.
Yes, the tweets aren't as mass and unmasked as they were a decade ago when the show got canceled. But
it wasn't more than a decade, dude. That show got canceled in 2010. No, it was a decade ago. You're right. I'm tripping. Hang on, what was the year for this?
I'm looking it up already, fool. 2010. You were right.
Yeah, so that's like 13 years ago.
Yeah. All right. So let me.
Yeah, now everyone's moved away, or like Jimmy. Where the hell is Jimmy Bennett?
I don't think Jimmy Bennett is acting anymore.
He's not acting anymore, and he also had a scandal.
Really? So Kay Panabaker, we already talked about. She is like doing stuff at Disney.
Yeah, good for her.
Yo, he didn't have a scandal. He said Asia Argento sexually assaulted him when he was 17.
I know.
Yeah,
he's part of a scandal. Oh, okay, I worded it right. Yeah, he is a victim in a scandal. I'm sorry, you're right. I should word that better. Yeah, he's the victim in a scandal.
Yes. Yeah, the last thing he did, he was on an episode of a show called Pachinko on Apple TV Plus.
I hear Pachinko's good.
Oh, he's rude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, back in like 07.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. If they do, we don't know where Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to take place besides the quote.
They're not going to rule the little kangaroo Joey. They're not going to have him. He's a grown man now,
bruh.
They're not going to have him play a child.
Haley Joel Osment was a child when the first Kingdom Hearts came out.
Yeah, but he could drop his voice too.
And what are you talking about? We don't know if Jimmy Bennett can drop his voice.
Bro, he can play Rue in 2007 when he was like 11.
But once again,
how old is Jimmy Bennett now? He's 27.
Yes, he's 27. We don't know if he can drop his voice.
So in 2007, how old was he then?
9.
Okay, then. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, a 9-year-old was going to sound completely different than a 27-year-old.
Yeah. I mean,
he can't play in those child roles no more.
Yeah. I mean, it's voice acting.
He can't, yeah, but that's still it's a limit to how well he can do with his voice. I mean, they'll have to get unless they're a woman, they can't play children through their whole career.
You don't know that.
It's
yes, we see it a lot. I mean, I know is every spoiler, guys. Almost nearly let's say 99.5% of all the young boys who you see in animation, they're voiced by women. Like that threw me off. Like, yo, I did not know. Okay, because I knew like a few of them, like Trunks, Ash Ketchum, obviously. I didn't know Naruto was voiced by a woman. Keep in mind, I also don't watch Naruto. But I'm like they announced that she's coming to Supercon. I'm like, who the hell is this fat ginger woman? I'm like, oh shit, that's Naruto. I'm like, I don't care. But TV news. So this is actually going to hurt Samir. New data revealed that Willow, which has been removed from Disney Plus, was one of the most in-demand series of 2023. So they actually revealed the metrics of it.
So why did they cancel it?
Maybe the production value was too high.
But it was the most in-demand show.
Okay.
It was diverse. It had inclusion. It had great special effects. The cast had great chemistry. It was great writing. What the deuce?
But yeah, so like we said before, they are removing a bunch of content from the Disney Plus and Hulu streaming services. Something else just actually got removed. Let me see if I can find it. I can't find it. All right, so sorry about that. I just jumped the gun a little bit.
Oh no, actually, no, you're right. Some did get removed. Shoot, what was it? Oh, hold on, yo, this one pissed me off. So Paramount, right? They removed
Alaska Daily and The Company You Keep.
Okay, yeah, that.
I mean, both of those shows were only one season.
They removed Rise of the Pink Lady. They canceled it, and they're going to subsequently remove it.
Yeah.
Going forward.
So I got no problem with that. But here's the question, Samir: did you watch Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies?
I was so planning to.
See,
it was on my
that's
list.
the problem. I told you about.
Swamped.
Okay, once again, I told you about that shit. You'd be the main one bitching about shit getting canceled. But
that ain't the point. I can't be. Look, if I was watching the show, I still got screwed over. I'm one person.
But Samir, but you are what people generally are because you got so fucking used to Netflix and the goddamn binge model. You wait till the show builds up, and then guess what? It gets canceled.
That's not what I wasn't waiting for that. I wasn't waiting for that. I just hadn't gotten to the show yet.
Samir.
What?
We already
What?
talked about time management. Okay, you could have stopped playing Diablo and watched goddamn Grease Rise of the Pink Lady.
I can't stop playing Diablo because I got to play Final Fantasy 16 next.
Okay, Samir, they're games. They aren't going anywhere, okay? But you know what's going somewhere? Your shows, because they're getting canceled and pulled off these goddamn streaming services.
I think television producers and these executives have something against lesbians. That's what it is. They keep canceling all the lesbian lead-led shows.
I literally just told you about a spy show starring Milo, however the fuck you say his name, Peter Petrelli, Milo Ventimiglia, that got canceled on ABC and has been pulled from Hulu, and a show with Hilary Swank where I don't know if she was a private investigator or a news reporter or what, that also got pulled from Hulu. And I don't know if she was a lesbian or not, but clearly Milo Ventimiglia was not a lesbian. Who was a lesbian in Willow?
So
Aaron Kellerman's character?
Yeah, Aaron Kellerman and hang on a second, let me look at the other actress's name.
But yeah, so don't make it.
Oh yeah, Ruby Cruz.
Okay, so yeah, don't make it about freaking whatchamacallit.
Oh, she's also queer. See, look, that's the cool thing about that show. They had queer actors playing queer characters.
Okay,
that's so cool.
But yeah, don't make it about it's because they're lesbians. Because what's the name of that movie that got turned into a TV show on Prime? Baseball.
A League of Their Own.
Yeah, that didn't get pulled, and I think that got canceled.
Yeah, freaking A.
Once again, people not watching shit. So
the show was getting watched. That show had strong viewing numbers.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. People love that show.
I don't know anybody who was talking about it. So
yeah, because you hang out with a bunch of lame people, myself excluded.
I was gonna say, bitch, you weren't talking about it.
I was.
Okay, if you say so.
But you don't want to hear when I talk about stuff that's interests me. You don't want to talk. You never listen. I honestly
stop talking. I gotta edit this. My aunt's trying to walk by like we can't see her. She like went around the whole table. Was like they can see you.
So mean.
I might just leave it in. I don't know. All right. But yeah. So like I said, they're just everybody's trying to cut costs on their stuff. So,
well, I think I don't know if the writer strike killed this show.
What Willow?
No, A League of Their Own, because it got renewed for a second and final season with only 4 episodes.
I mean, maybe, but even then, they probably just feel like we've kind of told everything we can tell because they told the whole story of the movie in the first season. So it's like it's the whole Lovecraft Country situation again. Do you want them to keep going to the point where it ends up like Game of Thrones or what?
It could end up like what's the show that was good from beginning to end?
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, but Breaking Bad was an original story. A League of Their Own is based off of a film. That's what I'm saying.
Hunger Games.
Okay, and
that's a movie though.
Yeah, no one liked Mockingjay.
What? I like Mockingjay.
You like Mockingjay, but the general consensus hates Mockingjay.
The general consensus can suck my balls. Did they read them books?
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
No, you don't question me my fandom. All right.
Look,
taste out your mouth.
You ain't slapping nothing.
Look, son. All right, take that bass out your voice.
Did you just call me son?
Am I stuttering?
You are actually a lot on this podcast.
The hell I am.
Okay. But yeah, so Willow's gone. If you want it, you got to go sell the 7 C's. I'm going to sell the 7 C's. Matey. All right.
Seashells. Now who's stuttering?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Wow, you have a very talented tongue, Bernard.
Bruh. I know. That's why the ladies love me.
How do you know that? That's kind of disturbing.
Can you please tell her why you just said that?
No, I'm not going to tell her what I said.
What did he say?
Nothing.
No,
I saw his lips move and I saw.
Tell your wife to listen to the podcast, and then she'll know what I said.
You telling me to shut up?
No, he just listen to the podcast later. You'll know.
Yeah, it'll be up on Sunday. All right, Samir, what you got?
Oh, it's my turn again?
Yes, I brought up Willow.
All right, so the popular game Among Us is getting an animated series.
Okay, so I saw that. Once again, why are we adapting things that have no plot whatsoever?
Because then you can fill it in better.
Look, if this game had a linear story like Cuphead, I wouldn't be complaining. But the game is literally like, hey, who's the alien?
I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it, but...
And it's like, is it going to look like the game with such very lazy animation? Where everyone just kind of looks like an A with like a visor?
It's in such early development, we don't really know. It's just got announced.
I know, but still, I'm just like, come on, man. At this point, are y'all just reaching for stuff just to get the IP? Because that's what it feels like. Because, okay, so honestly, this feels like the comic book craze of, the early 2000s during phase 1 of Marvel. So here's a perfect example of this. Little indie comic book came out, I want to say like maybe late 90s, early 2000s, called Cowboy Ninja. I do not remember what studio. Actually, let me look it up real quick. What studio actually bought the rights to this? But Chris Pratt. Is it Cowboy Ninja Viking? Yeah, Cowboy Ninja Viking actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, drawn by Riley Rosmo, the guy who I said how the hell does he get art? How the hell does he get work? So yeah. So this came out in 2009 and ran from October 21st, 2009 to November of 2010. 10 issues. 2010. Oh, Disney actually bought the rights to it, and the screenwriters of Zombieland was supposed to write the script. You know who they got to? Who they announced who was going to be playing the lead?
Who?
Chris Pratt. And like I said, they got the rights in 2010. The film was originally set. Oh, Priyanka Chopra was also announced to be the lead female in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, the film was actually supposed to be set to release in June 28th of 2019. But it was pulled from the schedule, and it is still considered in active development, i.e., it is now in development hell. So you can actually Google comic book movies and see what is in development hell, what was announced, and so on and so forth. So it's that again, because we already got the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's. Once again, another movie that kind of really doesn't have a plot, so they have to flesh it out. Then we get an announcement. Yeah, we got an announcement for a Dead by Daylight film. It's just like, okay, so we're now in that era of video games. It's just like, I don't really care. All right, let me go ahead and pull up my next story. Like Birdman said, I ain't got no more talking. All right, I brought that up already. So, bad news. Mortal Kombat has officially started filming.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Ludi Lin actually posted the slate. So I'm glad he's still getting work due to the fact that Kung Fu got canceled, and we are never getting a sequel to 2017's Power Rangers. But also,
that is not happening.
Yeah. So I hate the fact that everyone shitted on that movie just because it was a reboot of something they loved as a child. But keep in mind, I said this when the film came out. There was no origin story to Power Rangers because the pilot never aired. So it's just like episode 1. Hey, they got morphers and everything. So I actually like the 2017 Power Rangers film.
I mean, it had a lot of problems.
And
I can't call it a good movie, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, what were the problems?
Seriously? You want me to list them all?
I mean, besides Goldar.
Oh, okay. So let me see. Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah,
terrible climax. Script was just awful. Like those lines, like who wrote those lines for all those characters? Like literally, there's barely any chemistry. Like what's his name?
Dockery Montgomery.
Yeah, him and R.J. Seiler, they had good chemistry, but that's about it. No one else did.
I think he had good chemistry with Naomi Scott.
A little forced.
I don't know. You might have to go back and rewatch that movie.
No, it was pretty mid. That movie was mid, dude.
All right. So I've actually been thinking about this. I think we talked about this before. How do you feel like like when the downtime of TV shows and film comes, we go back and rewatch something? I think we said it with TV shows. We were gonna
we were gonna do that with Ben 10.
Well, it's off of Max now. I mean, so only thing we can watch is Ben 10. We can't watch Ultimate Alien. We can't watch Alien Force.
What's the deal with that? That's when it got good.
I don't know, dude. I was in the middle of Ultimate Alien, but that was the thing, though. Remember, because I was already ahead of you, so it was like I didn't want to wait. So that's why we didn't do it with Ben 10. I don't know. I really feel like we both should pick a show and maybe watch the pilot or something. Or like
you're already watching Gargoyle, so
yes. I mean, but I was already going to watch Gargoyles because it's a comic. I just never got around to it until like last week.
I mean, you want to do like deep cuts like SWAT Cats?
Fuck no, because I'm not watching SWAT Cats on YouTube. Okay.
I think it's streaming somewhere.
No, it's not. I already looked. It was one of those things where I was like going down a rabbit hole of saying, "Hey, what from my childhood can I watch?" And that's why I went back.
Are we still getting the Darkwing Duck cartoon, or is that just a comic right now?
Who the fuck knows, dude? Honestly, no.
Because they were building the whole universe with DuckTales. Okay, and now where are we at with that?
So yeah, that's the thing. People were like, "Why DuckTales get canceled?" Well, if you watched it in real time, it probably would have lived a lot longer than 3 seasons. Because I watched it when it was on Disney Channel, Disney XD, went back to Disney Channel, went back to Disney.
That
XD.
sounds exhausting. They need to just get them streaming analytics.
I mean, it's on Disney Plus now, but bro, everybody's busy. David Tennant's the Doctor again for a little bit. I don't know what Beck Bennett's doing. Jack Dylan Glazer. Was it Jack Dylan Glazer? I feel like one of the kids from It was on DuckTales. I don't know. Bobby Monahan's out here back to doing stand up. What's the old girl's name? I can't remember. From Garfunkel and Oates. She was also on The Big Bang Theory. She's like, yo,
Kate McCucci.
Yes, Kate McCucci. I don't know if she want to go back to being Webigail. I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about.
So we gotta pick a show. Hey, hang on. Give me something you can clear. I got a weird hot take.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I was talking about Mortal Kombat, but I wanted to bring this up because I brought up Power Rangers. So, Hasbro has announced that their production of Power Rangers will be moving from New Zealand to a new location. No idea on where that's at yet.
It's still New Zealand?
Bro, they've been shooting in New Zealand for like at least the past 10, 15 years.
I thought it was from the inception.
Nah, because it was originally shot in California. So, Mighty Morphin Days was California. I think it might have started in the Disney era. So maybe like RPM, it started shooting in New Zealand because Jason David Frank shot Dino Thunder in New Zealand. So basically, since then, it's been in New Zealand. So I don't know where it's going. Maybe they're going to go to Canada. Maybe it's a little bit cheaper in Canada because almost every single show is shot in Canada nowadays. But yeah, and a lot of people are starting to, they're not worried, but they're starting to care less about Power Rangers Dino Fury because we haven't gotten any news since, they show like the Rangers, in their suits. So everyone's like, yo, where's the trailer? Where the hell's my Dino Fury, content? I need to see something besides leaked footage of toys. Give me my Dino Fury. But yeah, I mean, I'm still rewatching Power Rangers Turbo and all that stuff on, YouTube at the moment. So it's going to be a while before I even get to Dino Fury. But yeah. So back to the TV show, Samir.
What TV show?
We were talking about TV shows to watch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got a hot take though. So maybe the 2000 odds Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series.
I'm already watching that.
What the hell?
All right, well,
I mean, I'm not that far ahead. I'm thinking about like episode 2.
I don't know. Elucidate something for me real quick. So, what does the Foot Clan deal in? So you have a gang that runs around and wreaks havoc. What is their main thing? Is it human trafficking? Is it drugs? What is their deal? You have a bunch of people running around as ninjas. What do they do with their criming?
Okay, exactly. So I've been reading the IDW run of Power Rangers. I mean, not Power Rangers, goddammit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since 2011. So what's that? 12 years? You never really get a grasp on what the Foot Clan does, okay? You got it in the movie in the 80s. They were just all about,
They were stealing electronics, which wouldn't be electronics. That is not a good empire. I don't know where y'all getting y'all money with that.
Yeah, so it's like, what are the motivations of the Foot Clan?
In the 80s, everything was crack. Let's just face it. In the 80s, everyone was selling crack. If your gang wasn't selling crack, you not in your bag. Okay? Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, we can watch 03 Ninja Turtles because like I said, I'm only on as a matter of fact, let me check Paramount Plus right now. I might literally only be on the second episode of season 1 because I haven't gone back to it in like a minute.
We can do the 06 movie.
No.
You don't watch the 06 movie?
Fuck no. And it's on
the show. What's wrong with the 06 movie?
Oh, I'm on episode 3.
What's wrong with the 06 movie?
You mean the 07 movie? Wait,
yeah.
What are you talking about? TMNT?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. I'll watch that. Bro, I don't know why I thought you was talking about Base Turtles.
Yeah. No, that came out
Yeah, I know. I realized that because my brain was like...
What was it, Out of the Shadows?
Out of the Shadows was the second one. First one was just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I want to say 2012.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Because I feel like it came out like a few weeks after The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, because this came out 2016.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So maybe like 14 and 16. But, yeah, so we can run 03 Turtles back. So here's the question, though. So whenever we finish this, are we also going to watch Turtles Forever?
Oh, snap. Reacher.
What about Reacher?
He was Raphael.
Yes, you idiot. Alan Richardson was Raphael. He talked about the simple fact that, I'm surprised you haven't found this out because of TikTok, how they didn't want anyone who was, the mocap of the Turtles to not show up to the premiere.
What people don't know, and I can say it now because I'm done with that set of movies and they've been out, whatever. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like the worst production experience I've ever had. It made me hate life so much.
Wow. Yeah,
so
I wanted to get into that because
I hated life on that show. They were so bad to us, and they broke so many promises. Like it was rough.
What did they promise you, and what didn't come through?
Like the biggest reason you do it, like I said no, I didn't want to do it because I was like, I'm gonna waste years of my life, the best years of my career on something that nobody's going to know I'm even a part of.
Right.
I don't want to lend myself to that. And they're like, no. This is the whole new live action, one-to-one. You move, they move. You're just as much a part of this as anybody else. So when it comes time to like get you out there, you're going to be in every country in the world, premieres all over the place. Like we're really going to get you out there. They were like, you are as much a part of this as anybody without the mask. You know what I mean? And it was like, all right, well, obviously like that always helps. Like getting to know other audiences in other countries internationally. And I had young boys at the time, or a boy at the time. And I was like, I really want to do this for them. Like, how fun would that be? So I was like, okay, I'll do it, knowing it doesn't pay anything and it's going to be hard work and a long time and a lot of commitment.
It didn't pay much?
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
Oh, no. No, what? No. It was take it or leave it. Most guys in town said no. Just because it didn't pay anything. And
really?
I was like, yeah, I guess I'll do it. I'll do it, but I'm doing it more for like to get to, because I don't really have that kind of audience, And I just had a kid, and I was like, this is really fun. Okay, I'll do it, And they were promising like, it's not gonna be like you're just a guy in a mask, So they were like, they're pointing to Lord of the Rings, and they're like, look at what happened to him. Like he's
Gollum, you mean?
Yeah. Like
look at Andy Serkis.
Like it changed. Like that's what it's doing now for people. You're like,
they pitched you the role on being the next Andy Serkis, basically.
Yeah. And,
wow.
And I still have emails that I sent to the president of Paramount because they not only would they refuse to allow us to do any press, to talk to people. We found out after the fact that they were telling people that we were refusing interviews, and it wasn't true. And they didn't invite us to the premiere. We had it was just.
What? Did they not want you to do press because they were worried you were going to say something bad about the production?
No. There was nothing bad. I mean, it was a grueling production, and they didn't. It was rough.
Yeah, it's hard work. You guys you were in suits, so a version
not
of the
even
suit,
that.
right?
Like after we'd rap. Like people don't know this. Like you think still, this is what I'm talking about though. People coming up to you thinking that they know you. They don't know you.
Right.
So we would rap one day, right? It was a long day, and they have this. We realized the problem with this animated contract. It was a different kind of deal that we made. It's never been done before. It's new ground. And so they had all these loopholes, we realized after the fact, where they didn't have to pay us for anything extra. Meal penalties, lunch, overtime, nothing. So we're this group of 4, an island of just ripe for abuse, right? And the crew was wrapping out. We were shooting in Brooklyn one day and had a long ride back to Manhattan where everybody was staying. And they wouldn't let us in the cars to go home. So the Turtles, they wouldn't let us in the cars to go home.
What do you mean?
They wanted to get the crew out of there to get them off the clock. Because if they stayed, they had to pay them.
Right.
If we stayed, they don't. And the freaking studio that we were shooting in locks the doors because they were like, we're closing up for the night. We had a cleaning crew coming in. Like, it's not, it's security here. And so we're in the parking lot sitting on our backpacks in an empty parking lot because the rest of the crew had driven. Anybody who needed to be shuttled was being shuttled. And they're like, producer said you can't get in yet. So we sat there. I'm calling my team in LA, they won't give us a ride home. What the kind of production is this? Wow. Get us home. We shot for 14 hours today. I want to go home. 3 rides come around because they go back and forth and back and forth, like bunches of vans. And finally they're like, so we got everything. We guys glowed up. And I'm like, what is this? And you tell the producers about it. They're like, yeah, okay, well, we're sorry about that. That's not how it was supposed to go down.
Who was making the call on that though? If it's not the producers, because
who do you think? The people who write the checks.
Yeah.
So
but just the producers.
Yeah. So and I was always very honest about how I felt. And so then coming into the second one, they're like, look, man, we talked about what you gave to us for the first one, and I know there's no press, and that's, it's like a lot of stuff went wrong, but we're gonna make it up to you. We're gonna give you some back end on this one and make it up, which we didn't get on the first. So I was like, all right, but I didn't say, I wasn't like, oh, okay, great. I remember sitting there going like, this is all not gonna materialize, just like it did this year, and it didn't.
So you didn't end up getting back end on
none of it.
Were you contractually obligated to come back for the second one?
I was contractually obligated to come back for 3, and I tried so hard to get off coming back from the second one.
For 3, you were.
When did you find out they had killed 3? Or have they killed 3? They've killed 3.
After the numbers came out, like the weekend after 2 came out.
Yeah.
Did you get a phone call on that, or you just figure?
I don't remember. I think we got a call.
Yeah.
Everyone had a similar experience on set to you?
Pretty much. I mean, like Megan and Will were treated so differently because they had like real writers. They had like their contracts were like the Star Wagons and the exclusive rides, and like they were like, well, we're going to treat you the same way, but you guys, just because you're always in the scenes together, we're just going to sort of like couple you guys, So, but it wasn't at all what happened. It was rough. So. Why did we start talking about that?
Because we were talking about
like, people are gonna. What's gonna happen? People are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, this guy with everything in a movie star, like, whining about his job. I'm like, I'm going in to clean the toilets again, and he's like, well, I don't
hear that from you at all.
There's no winning.
No,
there's no. I shouldn't talk about this. My wife is gonna stab me when I get home.
No, you're honest. I think we appreciate it, and our audience appreciates that as well.
Because not everything. I think you have a dream, and not everything ends up looking like what you thought your dream is going to be.
What I want it to look like, and this is the way I treat it when I produce things now, I treat people with the kind of respect that I want to be treated with that I didn't get on some of these projects. So, they're met with like they're met with just like a human component to the whole thing, and do what you say you're going to do, So it's as simple as that.
And I think that's one of the main reasons why like no one came back in the third one. I think that's another reason why Johnny Knoxville didn't reprise his voice as Leonardo. And the guy who actually did the mocap for Leonardo, Pete Polsick, I want to say, he was on Teen Wolf. You remember the Ghost Riders? You don't remember the Ghost Riders? It was basically like the last season where Styles was.
I wasn't watching the last season.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Samir, what's your next story?
My hot take wasn't enough. Okay,
because we both went on a rant.
Let's see. Really? Okay.
Turtles Forever.
Let's see what y'all. So recently in an interview, James Gunn said people have gotten really lazy with their superhero movies. I know, criticizing the whole industry.
I know what interview it was because I listened to it. Shout out to Michael Rosenbaum and the Inside of You podcast. We're bringing up news from like 3 weeks ago. So yeah,
I'm just wondering where's your criticism, Bernard? Because every time someone criticizes superhero movies, you got a problem with them.
No, he's criticizing the writing. He's not criticizing, the acting and whatnot. He actually went into in depth on it. I was actually going to see if I can find the clip when you posted that.
Do you think that there are too many superhero shows and movies? And because I remember when I did Smallville, there were none.
Yeah, I do think there's too many.
So what do you do about that?
But I don't think it's much less a problem of too many. And yes, we're not going to overextend ourselves at DC. We're going to be very careful with the product that we put out and making sure everything is as good as it can possibly be. But I think that what's happened is people have gotten really lazy with their superhero stories. And they have gotten to the place where, it's a superhero, let's make a movie about it. You know? And they let's make a sequel because the first one did pretty well. And they aren't thinking about why is this story special? What makes this story stand apart from other stories? What is the story at the heart of it all? Why is this character important? What makes this story different that it fills a need for people in theaters to go see? or on television.
And that's a hard thing, isn't it?
And I think that it's just that's kind of gotten, people have gotten a little lazy, and there's a lot of, biff pow bam stuff happening in movies. And like, I'm watching third acts of superhero films where I really just don't feel like there's a rhyme or reason to what's happening.
You don't care.
I don't care about the characters.
Right.
And it's, and they've gotten too generic. Like there's this sort of, middle of the road, type of, genre tone that so many superhero movies have, as opposed to having, very different genres. I mean, I like very serious superhero movies. I like very comedic superhero movies. I like ones that are really just, a murder mystery, but it's, with superheroes. I like to see these different types of stories as opposed to seeing the same story told over and over again. Right. I don't know how many times I don't want to go off on anything.
No, you're not. But it's honest, and I think people really need to hear that because it's sincere in a sense that you're also a fan, and you want to make movies that have impact, that have them that people want to see, and not recycle things. So you want to sort of condense it to let's make something that we really, not that people don't work hard on everything they do. Everybody works hard, but the stories have to be more compelling.
Yeah, and I think that also, like, and then people say superhero fatigue. But I think that, you see now that it's not a real thing. People are fatigued with repetition. And I don't think it's really just superhero movies. I think you're seeing it happening now. It's spectacle films in general.
I think it's more than that. I think when's the last great comedy? Can you remember the last great comedy?
Yeah, but there are so few of them made that you don't have, but there's a lot of spectacle films made, and they just have gotten really generic, and they've gotten boring, and they aren't about characters, and there's no emotion to them. And there should be emotion in things no matter what. Like that should always be there. Some type of emotion. I'm not saying it can't be really light. I'm not saying it can't be really heavy. I'm saying there should be some sort of
You're right,
emotion.
and that goes with horror and comedy. And everything.
That's right.
It's just all the...
You got to care. Like in a horror movie, if you like that main character, then you're much more scared when they're about to
If you
get
care
killed.
about them.
Exactly.
If you take the time to make...
The stakes matter.
And it doesn't even matter big stars. Think about it. If you put out a movie, let's say James Gunn put out a movie with for DC, or you made another Marvel's a Suicide. Well, this guy was DC. But if you put it out there and it was a bunch of no names, if the trailer's great, people are going to see it. They don't care if so-and-so's in my opinion, especially horror movies, maybe not as much in the big Marvel DC universe. Maybe you need some stars, but like for the
I'm telling you, no, it's much more important to me that the actor fits the role.
Yeah. But life has been life, and so I've been a little bit busy and haven't had a chance to find the clip. So hopefully I'll be able to find that particular clip so he can actually, go more into depth about it. Because like I said, I heard that episode maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. Really can't remember all of what he said. But he did make a valid point. As a matter of fact, let me go to the tweet and see if whoever decided to, be lazy that week and not actually write about it. See if they said about. But yeah, he was basically talking about how the stories are all more or less just bland. Right. So here we go. Yeah, he said people have gotten really lazy with their superhero stories. They have gotten to a place where, it's a superhero, let's make a movie about it. Then let's make a sequel because the first one did pretty well. All right. And
yeah, I mean, they don't really write stories that people can connect to.
Yeah, so he said they aren't thinking about what makes this story special and what makes this story stand apart from other stories. What is the heart of the story? Why is this character so important? And what makes this story different? That it feels the need for people to go see it in theaters. And he said, superhero movies have gotten pretty generic. And so he's basically talking about the superhero fatigue. He said people have gotten a little lazy and there's a little bit of biff, pow, bam stuff happening in the movies. He's watching third acts of superhero films where you really just feel like there's no rhyme or reason to what's happening.
I mean, all those criticisms are valid. It's just, again, a lot of times when someone has valid criticisms with the superhero movie genre, you have a problem with that person.
No, because, this is actually someone who's actually been in it for almost a decade now. So, Ridley Scott, Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino. I mean, I really feel like Quentin Tarantino was supposed to direct a superhero movie, then he backed out of it.
Probably.
I feel like in the early 2000s, he was supposed to do a superhero movie.
But they weren't good back then.
Like even James Cameron. James Cameron was supposed to direct Spider-Man with Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Was it skeleton conflict?
I think this was like after Titanic.
What year was this?
I want to say like 98, 99.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
Bro, there's like even posters of it and everything. You can type in James Cameron Spider-Man and but yeah, so James Gunn does make a valid point, until people start to flesh out these stories more, superhero fatigue is really going to be a thing, and people are going to stop going to see these films. Perfect example, we went to go see The Flash. This movie, I don't even think this movie has recouped. Let's look real quick on Wikipedia, and I've seen it twice. Keep in mind, I only paid once because the first time was advanced screening. So yeah, movie had a budget of $220 million. You know what the box office is, Samir?
The Flash?
Yes.
216
and a half.
That's bad.
Yeah. But like I said, I also feel like James Gunn might have killed that movie when he made the big announcement about,
that's a tax write-off.
Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters and stuff like that. I don't think you can make this a tax write-off because it came out. So if the movie didn't come out, i.e. Batgirl, then you could write it off. But yeah. So in this same episode of Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, he also said that he has no plans to make a sequel to the Suicide Squad. He said his main focus right now is Superman Legacy. So like we said, we already got the casting news of David Cornsweet and Rachel Braun Hansen, or however you say her name, as Clark Kent and Lois Lane. The rumors are going around that, it's a tight fit between Bill and Alexander Skarsgård to play Lex Luthor. A lot of people want Bill Skarsgård to be Swamp Thing just because, he can contort his face because of it. So it's like, let that man do something.
That's a dumb reason for him to play Alex Holland.
Yeah, let that man do something that don't require heavy makeup and whatnot. Okay, because y'all weren't checking for Bill Skarsgård when he was on Hemlock Grove on Netflix. But yeah, so I really don't have any more stories, dude. So if you want, we can get into our review of the first 2 episodes of Secret Invasion, because we have been talking for almost an hour.
Yeah, let's knock out the season. The episodes.
All right. So, Secret Invasion, you guys. Here's on Disney Plus on Wednesdays. Stars Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Killian Scott, Dermot Mulroney, Richard Dormer, Amelia Clark, and Olivia Colman and Don Cheadle. So we have actually had a few guest appearances, and let's go ahead and talk about episode 1, Resurrection. So we got the whole deal with Ross and Agent Prescott in Moscow, and we found out that Ross was a Skrull. And then that begs the question that the internet has been asking: how long has Everett Ross been a Skrull? My theory is it happened somewhere after the first Black Panther movie, because when he got shot, I'm pretty sure Wakandan technology would have detected that he was a Skrull. All right. Talos and Maria Hill called down Fury from Saber. And, we got a lot of exposition and found out that Fury has not been on Earth since Tony Stark's funeral. And I guess he feels like, since he kind of brought Tony into this, this whole, situation with the Avengers, he has to, fulfill Tony's wish of putting a suit of armor around the world. Hence, why he's been, working on Saber. And, everyone's just basically saying, hey, yo, Nick, you old, man. You wash, yo. The game has changed. You can't keep up with nobody anymore. And, we still see Fury he got his little, spy fizzle going on, when he goes and meets Olivia Colman. He's doing, the whole sleek spy thing, putting hidden cameras in there and whatnot. And, chaos ensues. And, we find out that Amelia Clark is actually Gaia, who we actually saw in Captain Marvel, who is Talos' daughter. And we also found out that sometime in between Spider-Man Far From Home, in this series, Talos' wife, Soren, was killed by Kingsley Ben-Adir's character, Gravik. But yeah, so Talos is trying to, get to his daughter and say, hey, you're working with the enemy. This guy killed your mother. Help us, stop what's coming. And, she basically betrays her father and tells him, hey, these bags are going to be marked with bombs, and keep in mind the bombs were actually set, and Gravik kills Maria Hill. So what are your thoughts on that? Because one of the main things I'm seeing people say is, oh, Maria Hill deserved better. You know, this is someone who hasn't had enough screen time, blah, 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 blah. And once again, have you motherfuckers ever heard of a show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because Maria Hill did have an arc on said show.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. So you're complaining about Maria Hill, but you didn't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to see her character grow and develop. Samir, what were your thoughts on the first episode? Because I know you said, it was a little slow for you.
I mean, it's not that it's slow. It's like everything about the Secret Invasion limited series. Now, instead of going for suspense like the comic was, building up over time because you didn't know who anyone was, they automatically show you who the Skrulls were in the first episode. So not going for suspense.
Some of them.
So as of right now, the anxiety or the strife is coming from this political extremist group. So obviously they're going with a different angle here. It's just,
and keep in mind, if you go back and reread Secret Invasion, a lot of those Skrulls were sleeper agents who had their memories erased, so they didn't know they were Skrulls.
They just got activated. Well, I'm just saying, it's like taking something and then gutting it all of its names and just filling the gaps in with stuff that you. I don't know. It's just it's not punching the way it did the first time.
You can say the same thing about Captain America: Civil War, but you love that movie.
Yeah, well, it was watered down, quote unquote, but it had a lot of the same elements.
Outcomes. Yeah, I have no problem with this. Yes, I would have preferred for the comic book version to be adapted, but that would have took like 15, 20 years. By then, Sam Jackson would have been like 90-something years old. He's already in his 70s. So, yeah, I like the first episode. Like I said, everyone's mad that Maria Hill got killed because they're like, Maria Hill never had her arc or anything because you didn't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's all I have to say about that. So every time someone says something about somebody or something like that, you know what my answer is probably going to be? Hey, check out this show that was on ABC for 7 years called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., okay? Because if you start asking, if keyword is if Chloe Bennett shows up and someone's like, yo, who is this? And why does she have like powers? I'm like, have you heard of a show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Live?
Terrible accent.
I know. I kind of choked up on a little bit of spit. But yeah. All right. So episode 2. Let's go ahead and get into it. Promises. So we got a flashback to 1997, 2 years after the events of Captain Marvel, where, Talos has pretty much gotten all the couple hundred of thousands of Skrulls who, were on Earth to come together and, get in one location. D-Agent on Sam Jackson looked good. Looked pretty much as good as it did in Captain Marvel. Samir, wake up. I don't know. Your eyelids getting kind of heavy, dude. So, yeah, and that's where we meet a young Gravik where he promises, that he will find them all a new home. So then we jump back to the present where Fury is basically, terrorist suspect number 1. And Fury and Talos. Yeah. And Talos and Fury have somehow actually made it onto a train. And, Talos and Fury play a game that Nick used to play in his childhood called Tell Me Something I Don't Know. And you find out that Talos, we don't know when, but he sent he basically pulled an Optimus Prime and he sent an alert out to space to say, all Skrulls come to Earth. So now there are 1 million plus Skrulls on Earth. And he's like, mother, really? You didn't feel the need to tell me that, oh, no, this is your stop. Get off, don't talk to me or whatever. So now Fury is an island. And we also found out that, we actually got a look at the Skrull Society that Talos was a part of. And, Gravik is now basically the head of that. And we actually see a few people who we saw on TV, such as Christopher McDonald, playing like the, I kind of want to say Alex Jones conspiracy theorist of it all. We also see the head of NATO and the head of a few other nations who are now, who we find out are Skrulls. So this really is a secret invasion because now we have people controlling nations and we also have people controlling the media. And we actually have Rhodey doing damage control on Fury. And, basically, we got a 40-year-old virgin scene at this point with Nick and Rhodey basically saying, "Don't be a Negro, be my nigga." And he's like, "Yo, ain't no nigga around here, okay? You fired, okay? Because you washed. And don't try to pull rank on me, because guess what? Ain't no more rank, man. You should have stayed up in your little tower, worked on your space stuff. I already knew about the Skrulls on Earth, okay? You telling me there's an invasion, maybe you should have told me this sooner, but guess what? You gone. You done, okay?" Yeah, at that point, we also find out that, the Skrulls are working on enhancing themselves. And so we kind of got a glimpse of the Super Skrull program, because now these Skrulls, although, no Fantastic Four, these Skrulls are more or less going to try to mimic said powers of, the Fantastic Four. So we're going to have the stretching abilities of group, the heat of extremists, the strength of coal obsidian, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was. Oh, frost beast. So I'm guessing that's maybe something from Niflheim. Is that where the frost giants are from? I can't ever remember. I feel like it's Niflheim.
Jotunheim.
Yeah, thank you, Jotunheim. So yeah. Olivia Colman interrogates the Skrull to find out what's going on. They figured he talked, so they put two in the back of his head. And Fury heads home to his wife, who is secretly a Skrull. So here's the question. So due to the fact that Fury said to Talos in episode 1 of Secret Invasion, "I've seen prettier Skrulls than you," do you think Fury knows that his wife is a Skrull?
That's actually a good catch. I didn't catch that. Honestly, I'm not sure. I would maybe
because we see that she's a Skrull and she shifted when the door opened. So that's why that question rings in my head. Because honestly, if Fury doesn't know that his wife has been replaced by a Skrull, everybody right, dude, you washed.
They can get past anybody though. That's the thing. It's not about.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to do this, but we're taking it back to the comic. So Fury knew that his longtime jump off, Contessa Valentina de Florente, was replaced by a Skrull.
Yes.
So I know,
but Medusa didn't know her own husband was.
I mean, Medusa ain't a spy, and yes,
Medusa, queen.
Okay, we don't know what Medusa does. Medusa just sits on the throne and do queen shit and speaks for Black Bolt. We don't know if Skrull Black Bolt was clapping those cheeks. So I'm just going to assume that Fury's out here clapping green cheeks and he possibly don't know it. But if he does know it, good for him. All right. So that's all I'm saying. So Samir, what do you rate these two episodes separately? Oh yeah, we also got a scene with Maria Hill, being transported back to the U.S. So Maria Hill is officially dead. And I kind of knew that was coming because in the opening credits, Kobe Smolder's name isn't in it.
Yeah, she's special guest star. Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm surprised they went that far. I don't know if she's going to stay dead, but...
Yeah, I was surprised they killed her too. I'm like, they killed Maria.
Now, here's the thing.
I wanted to tweet Bendis and be like, yo, man, how you feeling right now? Because he created Maria, yo.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So, Maria has been there since day one. She's friends with Rhodey. She's friends with pretty much all the remaining Avengers. Yeah. I would like for some of them to say things to, some cameos at a funeral. She has one. I'm just saying, make it seem connected.
Honestly, we don't know what other MCU actors are in this besides, because Martin Freeman's a guest star. I mean, obviously from episode 1, so we don't know if the real Everett Ross is still out there somewhere. Because remember, the last time we saw Everett Ross, he was in Wakanda. And like I said, we don't know if that was the Skrull Ross who died in the first episode or not. So it's like, it's kind of tricky out there. So, who can really speak at Maria's funeral besides possibly Hawkeye? Because Clint was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Because
maybe he could show up.
Yeah, you don't know what Jeremy. Ooh, yeah, maybe this was. Maybe they started filming this after the accident, or maybe before. So maybe he might show up. Who knows? Because we just forgot that Jeremy Renner was in a whole snowplow accident.
Yes,
but yeah. So like I said, I'm digging the show. we got 4 more episodes, which will lead us into July. Then we'll probably have like a week and 2-week break before Ahsoka starts. But yeah, so Samir, I mean, like you said, the first episode was slow. Did the second episode grip your intrigue a little bit more, or what?
Yeah, it's getting better. So, admittedly, it's getting better. And the first episode wasn't bad. It's just, like I said, I'm not sure about the scale.
Yeah.
So,
because honestly, this is a good old-fashioned spy show, and I like good old-fashioned spy shows. And, although I like James Bond, I'm also not really a fan of James Bond. I just like my spies to just be simple and not have all the gadgets. Yes, I like Mission Impossible, but like I said, I like a good old-fashioned spy thriller. Okay, like on some The Man from U.N.C.L.E. type stuff. But yeah, guys, so that was the first 2 episodes of Secret Invasion. And that's pretty much all we're going to be reviewing in July. Because I think we did this last week. What movies come out in July?
Dead Reckoning.
Oh, yeah, Mission Impossible.
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
We're not reviewing Barbie.
We're reviewing Barbie.
I'm not watching Barbie.
Just think about it, man. Why would you watch Barbie?
I've thought about it. Because I have no interest in it. How many times you going to ask me
that? Look, man.
Yeah, it's Barbie. Guess what? Don't care.
So, but you watched the Lego movie, right?
Yeah, because I like Legos.
Okay, then. It's the same. It's not the same movie, obviously.
I was going to say, it's not the same.
It's in the same vein.
Samir, I'm not watching Barbie.
Man, grow up.
No, because I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah, that's why they all gone.
Hey, I'm
glad they're gone.
Of course you are. You know why? Because you are always buying stuff on Amazon.
Yeah.
You are the reason why brick and mortar stores are going to go out of business. You like no regrets.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks like maybe. Yeah, all we got is Mission Impossible. Unless we do Haunted Mansion.
That's you excited about? Haunted Mansion?
I like Disney rides. And bro, all black cast. Tiffany Haddish, Lakeith Stanfield. Hold on, let me go to the cast real quick. Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson, Dan Levy, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jared Leto, Winona Ryder, Hassan Minhaj.
Black cast,
but okay, a lot. The leads are black. And it's directed it's written and directed by the guy who did Dear White People, Justin Simeon.
So, although I am excited about that, based on what I'm more excited about Barbie.
Well, that makes one of us.
Look, how about this? We can review Haunted Mansion, but we got to review Barbie also. There needs to be a consensus on this.
I'm not watching Barbie.
Dude, stop being so close-minded. Just give it a chance.
I saw the trailer. I read the synopsis. It's not for me.
It might be the movie. It might be the movie of the summer.
You need to stop that. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is going to be the movie.
You don't know that. Barbie might come in fire, man.
Bro, the way Tom Cruise is on this press rollout, all Barbie did was get an Airbnb and paint it pink. Did I kill it?
Also, Nimona is getting great reviews. I can't wait to review that.
I don't have Netflix anymore.
Oh my god, you suck balls.
Hey, no, Netflix sucks balls. You know why? Because they don't want to give nobody one user 4K plans. Sorry, there's a carpenter in my house.
And you had to go stop everything and kill it?
Yes, because if you don't kill these things, they're borderline termites.
Yeah, that means if you see one, you see there's 100 others.
Yeah, so that means tomorrow I'm gonna have to come home from work and spray the place down.
All right. Anyways, all right. I guess we're gonna wrap, y'all.
Yeah. So this is Bernard, aka Scarlet Spider, because Ben Riley deserves better.
And this is Samir, the King in Black. Ben Riley does not deserve anything. He deserves nothing but despair.
What did Ben do? Ben only.
He's a spider.
So you the main one saying that Peter Parker deserves better. So why can't Ben deserve better?
Because if one of them got to suffer, it should be Ben. Let Peter be happy.
Stop it. We're the Angry Blerds podcast.
Join us next time. Same Blerd channel, same Blerd network.
All right, guys. Next week we will be reviewing episode 3 of Secret Invasion. I guess I have to try to find a way to watch Nimona, and so that'll also be part of the review. So, guys, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I know, guys. I'm still behind on clips, so don't judge me. Work is work right now. So, Samir, tell the people goodbye.
Say goodbye, Emerson.
Goddamn cats again. You gonna say bye?
I did.
No, you said say goodbye, Emerson. Man, fuck you.
I said it.
Whatever. Bye, y'all.